Hello, beautiful beings. What's coming in right now is the importance of acting like our guides are with us even before we understand or know how to see them and contact them, because they are always with us. You may just have one or a whole bunch like I do. I personally feel like we have a whole bunch. Everybody does. Because Earth is a very difficult place to be. We need all the help that we can get. So, all throughout my day, whatever I'm doing, I ask the ancients to do it for me. I ask the ancients to help me stop thinking about whatever I'm thinking about if it's bothering me. I also say the divine. It's all the same to me. When I start a video, my nose often starts itching. Um, when I ask the divine, when I'm praying for help from the divine, I don't necessarily see the ancients, but it's all the same to me. They're all from divine sources. They're all from where we originally came from. I'm so sorry. My nose is just itching so bad. If you channel and you start channeling, you'll find often that your nose will itch really, really bad. I'm not sure what that is. I've asked ancients, why does my nose itch so bad when I start channeling you? Effervescence. I don't get it. It's like little teeny tiny bubbles tickling my nose from the inside. They're showing me effervescence. That's all they're saying. I just have to tell you, a couple days ago, I was taking the dogs for a walk and it was downpouring. It was raining so hard. And I'm in the forest here, and the sun was coming through the trees behind the rain, and there was rainbow after rainbow after rainbow all throughout the forest. It was so magical. I get to see the coolest stuff. It's like the more we're tuned in to divine sources and out of our minds, more in presence, the more magical things we get to see. Things that are already here. But when my mind is too busy, when it's not at rest in its natural state, then I miss that stuff. It's like my mind has eclipsed my true seeing. So it's important to, if you really want to hear your guides and feel their presence and start seeing the evidence of their existence, then it's important to just start acting as if they are here, because they are. I probably already said that. So if you would like help contacting your guides, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We would love to talk to you about that. It's very exciting helping people do that. Tonight, my mom, Ocean, she messaged me earlier in the afternoon because she had lost her driver's license. She thought that she had lost it. And so we held satsang for a bit through messaging, and she was able to get out of her mind enough to where she got an absolute 100% clear message from her guides telling her exactly where her driver's license was. She had finally gave up. She was sitting down, and all of a sudden they told her it's in that white envelope in your car, because she had to use it for something. And she jumped up and well, she can't run, but she went out there. Sorry, my nose is itching so bad. From the channeling, from the effervescence. That's right. Uh, so she ran out there, and there it was in that white envelope. And she had checked her car so many times, and she had moved that white envelope to look for her driver's license. And she went from frustrated and feeling very down about it to feeling elated and magical. And she was just like, there was just no mistaking them when they came through with that message. Zero mistaking. It's, Ancients, can you help me describe it at all? It's just clear. The mind, the imposter mind, can definitely try to pretend like they are our guides, like it is our guides. Okay, so they're saying that one surefire way to know that it is them is the mind is not obsessing about whatever it was obsessing about, and it's not really even, it's on the peripheral about whatever the worry was, because it may not be possible to let go of whatever it is that's disrupting us 100%, but we can get out of our minds just enough to where that's the sign is, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm butchering this. I'm trying too hard. My mind's trying to tell me I should stop and re-record because I'm itching my nose so much, and I've already stammered a few times. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not perfect, and neither is anybody else. I don't care who you are. Human beings are annoying. We have annoying traits, and we stutter and stammer and different things, and the mind wants to get a hold of those, and la la la, I'm not listening to what you're saying. Well, that's fine. Enough people are desperate enough to hear what I'm saying that their minds will override any of the idiosyncrasies. Okay, so back on track. So yes, one way to know if I'm hearing the ancients is if I've taken my mind enough off of what I was worried about, then the answer that comes in is by itself. And boom, there it is. And it's clear. It's crystal clear. And it's this knowing. It's like all of a sudden it's here and oh, yes, that's it. So that's it. When the mind tries to be the imposter and tries to act like it's my guides, it is accompanied with a whole bunch of different thoughts. Yes, it just takes practice, and it can be incredibly frustrating. The more you want it, the more you really want to hear your guides, it can be incredibly frustrating, but that frustration is a divine gift of motivation to not give up and just keep trying. Because it's a natural ability for us to be able to hear our guides. They're saying it comes natural to us. We have just forgotten how to do it. So it's a remembering. It's not really even a learning. It's a remembering how to hear them. There are such huge dragonflies here. So I know I talk about different things in my videos, but it's whatever wants to come through at any given moment. And it's about what's going on in my life, really. So I've been talking quite a bit about being on hormone replacement therapy for several months now. And recently she doubled my estrogen and testosterone. Well, I've been having some very negative side effects from that. One is weight gain in my stomach, just my stomach. And my intuition was telling me, well, I didn't know at first, even though I was asking the ancients, what is this? What's happening? Is this just because I'm at a certain age now? Do I have to accept this? No, I don't have to accept it. No, I've tried different things. I cut dairy out completely. I cut all wheat out completely to see if that was it. No, that's not it. It's the estrogen. Specifically, that's what it is. That's the hormone. And my intuition has been telling me that the last few days. And so I started researching it last night. And sure enough, that's exactly what it is. I called my doctor and left a message and this morning, and she called me back this afternoon, and I told her that I would like her to, I told her what my findings were, and she 100% agreed with me. And I also thought the acne that I've been getting all of a sudden was from the estrogen too, but she said, no, that was from the testosterone, which makes perfect sense because I had really bad acne growing up, and my dad had it really bad when he was growing up. I didn't have it as bad as my dad did, but it was quite torturous. You know, being in school with acne is just, ugh, it's just terrible. I was painfully shy anyway, and so then to have the North Star on my nose, it just it wasn't good. They were reminding me you never were supposed to fit in. So, so if you're going through the hormone thing, even if you are younger and you have really bad acne, it's it'd be very advantageous. It would be very helpful to get, if your parents or whatever could take you, not, I mean, not whatever, but if you could get your hormone levels checked, it's a blood test. They can see what is too high, and then get a bioidentical hormone replacement cream made, and that should even out. I'm not a doctor, so, you know, please don't take my advice. If you know, don't blame me if this doesn't work for you. I don't know how else to say it. I'm not responsible if you try this and something goes bad. Anyway, it's just a suggestion. I did try that a long time ago, and they didn't get my dose right, and so I actually started getting a mustache. I guess there was too much testosterone in it, but I didn't know anything about anything, and so I didn't know that they could actually change it and make it better. And, you know, it probably would have wiped out the PMS I was experiencing. But they're also telling me right now, PMS is premenstrual syndrome. I used to have PMDD. It's premenstrual dysphoric disorder. 1 or 2% of the population have almost debilitating PMS, and I did. Mine was more mental than anything. And but they're reminding me that PMS is, it's a way to clear things out, because every single month the same things, the same issues were what was driving me crazy. And I finally realized that later. And as I grew, as I grew in my therapy and in myself, obviously in myself, those things were becoming resolved. And I know why I'm stammering. It's a full moon tomorrow. It's a super moon. Oh yes, okay, thank you guys. Oh, so many times I've wanted to stop and re-record, but I'm just not gonna do that. I'm just human. I mean, I'm not a human, but I am having this human experience, so, you know, we all are. So I'm not supposed to be perfect in these videos. Absolutely not. I'm supposed to just be myself and trust what's coming through, because maybe it will help somebody. And speaking of helping somebody, well, this is my cause, you know, to try to help people through what they're going through. And so if you're watching this video on Facebook and you would like to help support my cause, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I think that's it for now. Is that it for now, ancients? See, I can't even say their name. Oh, right. I didn't realize that before when I heard that we have guides, it was in 1996. Her name was Andrea. And I mean, she just now popped in too. She was starting to tell me about guides, and I would just cry and cry because I wanted to hear mine so bad. I wanted to contact mine so bad. And my first guide that I ever made contact with, his name is Sam, and he's a Native American. And after that, it was Oshasira, and then it was the grandfathers. And then several years ago now, I was sitting in a truck with one of my best friends, the person I went through the twin flame lesson with. And I said, you know, I just don't feel like I want to call them the grandfathers anymore, because I don't just see a group of Native American men, excuse me. And I said, but I don't know what else to call them. And he said, why don't you ask them? Oh, yeah, I'll ask them. And so we both got quiet, and I said, what do you want me to call you? And we were quiet, and we both had our eyes closed. And I waited a minute or so, and I heard, we are the ancients. And I was just like, oh my gosh. He's just like, what'd they say? And I said, they said, we are the ancients. And he was just like, oh yeah, yeah, that's it. Wow. That was really exciting. Cause talking to him, he, yeah, wasn't really the type of person that seemed like he would ever even believe in anything like that. It was a very, very poignant moment. So, because what I see is when I see the ancients, every time they interject something when I'm speaking to you or when I'm holding one-on-one thought song with somebody, when the ancients come in with something, it's like it flows from here. It's not from my mind though. It's like from here, from my heart space area. And they start right here in my mind's eye, in, yeah. And they're like this, they're in infinite, they go back infinitely from the very beginning of them. There's like one in the front, and then they kind of go in a pie shape, a wedge shape. Just there's no end to them. And I don't see them that specifically every single time they come in. It's just like, it's just a flash. I know it's them. It's them speaking through me. There's just no mistaking it at all. Just like Ocean hearing them tell her where her driver's license was. Yeah. Thanks for hanging in there. It's really hard for me to talk when there is a full moon present. But that's okay. Love you so much. Oh, songwithmamaG@gmail.com.